Gone are the days of having to spend big money on a reliable 1911. The gun I'm reviewing today is the Rock Island Armory made model 1911-A1 FS. I picked this gun up about a year ago for just over $300, and it was used, but the original owner did nothing to it, just shot it the way it was and took excellent care of it. This gun is intended to be a pretty good clone of the USGI model 1911-A1. We shot this handgun at 10 and 20 yards, and the accuracy was actually pretty awesome. For this price, you're obviously not going to get a competition handgun, but it does pretty good, especially for a entry-level, low-price handgun. The grouping you see at the top right is mine, and the one below to the left is my cousin Noah's, and he is shooting a little low and to the left, which is common for 1911 shooters. This gun really isn't any less accurate than some 1911s that cost almost twice what this does. It does obviously have the standard 5-inch barrel. Even at 20 yards, the grouping stayed pretty tight, and we were very confident with this. Everything we put through this gun here today, which was about 300 or 400 rounds, was full metal jacket and 230 grain. We had 0 jams. It was extremely reliable, no problems. It got a little gummed up, but it just kept on firing. In the past, I did put some hollow points through it to see how it would feed him, and it did have 2 failures to feed out of about 120 rounds. That's nothing I'd be super worried about because the ammo we had was old and in a baggie, and we honestly weren't even sure what it was. I think it was hand loads, to be honest with you. This 1911 did not seem to care, no matter how gummed up it got, whether you're feeding it steel case or brass case. I've wanted a USGI style 1911, something that looks like it could have been used in World War II or Korea for quite some time now, and when I saw this pop up, I had to jump on it. Technology's come a long way since World War II, but even against this newer M9 clone that you see here, which in my opinion is better than a Beretta, this thing can hold its weight easily. Instead of a 3-dot sight on a higher end 1911 or a newer polymer frame pistol or something like this M9 here, you get just very bare bones plain iron sights, and they work.
Look where that landed.
Here we're shooting at about 75 or 80 feet with really high winds out in the middle of an open field. This gun came right from the factory, sighted in very well. You don't have to hold over or anything. Eight rounds is not a lot, even with 45 in a modern full-size handgun, but I bought a Kimber 10-round capacity magazine, which ups the capacity to 11 with 1 in the chamber, and that's really not too bad. I know people who personally conceal and carry these, and I have a few times. These are heavier handguns, all 1911s are, and this one weighs in empty at about 2.4 pounds. Now there's a lot of polymer alternatives out there that would be a lot better for carry, personally I think. This gun has 100% parts compatibility with any military issue USGI 1911 parts, so you can upgrade this thing or modify it literally any way you see fit. The entire frame is parkerized or phosphated, and the one thing that drives me nuts about this gun is that it seems like the back strap or beaver tail safety, whatever it's actually called, gets surface rust on it anytime it's not totally coated in oil. The recoil is just like any other 1911. It's manageable and not too bad, and my girlfriend, who prefers 9mm, was doing pretty good with it, and she likes it.
All solid hits.
Even though this pattern of firearm by many is considered an antique, I think that it has proven itself over the years, and it's absolutely awesome that the Marines today are still using these 1911s even though it's in small numbers. Even though it is of new manufacture, I still feel like I'm picking up a piece of history every time I hold this gun. It sure does look sweet set next to an M1 carbine and an old steel helmet. Thanks for watching.